Whether you are a brand new Cambly tutor or are considering becoming one, there is a very inevitable chance that a student is going to want to have a free talk conversation session with you. What are you going to talk to them about? Does the thought of doing that intimidate you? Well, it shouldn't. By the end of this video, you're going to have some incredible free resources that'll help you become a connoisseur of conversations. Whenever I have a brand new student, I always want to get to know them. And I do that by asking them about what their professional background is, what sort of professional goals they have, and obviously, what are their ultimate goals with the English language. For students that I work with that do not work, or maybe students are unemployed, I will often ask them what sort of hobbies they have or what kind of interest they have. That way, that'll really help me determine what types of conversation topics I should have with my students. I want to make sure that I'm teaching them something that's going to be really relevant and beneficial to them and their learning journeys. So with that being said, one of the first resources I would actually recommend would be one under your nose, and that's the Cambly Library. Do not underestimate the Cambly Library, because that complimentary resource that you have as a tutor contains well over 100 different conversation topics that you can have with students of all English abilities, from beginners to advanced. Now, if you're overwhelmed and trying to figure out some of the best conversation topics to have with brand new students, here are some of my favorites and ones that I highly recommend time and time again. For beginner students, I would recommend the following beginning English topics: foods you love, your job, and having fun on your free time. For intermediate level students, I would recommend the following intermediate level English conversation topics: your dream job, your ideal day, and the importance of family. Now, other intermediate to advanced topic categories that I love from the Cambly platform include the following collections: from life in the internet age, caring for our planet, and healthy mind and healthy body. This grouping of conversation topics helps to ensure that you can touch any conversation base with brand new students. And trust me, your time is going to be filled from beginning to end. What if a student is not interested in any of the provided lessons or conversation topics that Cambly has to offer? Don't worry. One of the outside resources I like to utilize is Engoo. Engoo is a Japanese-based ESL platform that offers several free ESL resources for students of all levels. I love the vast array of news and current events articles they have. Articles are organized by categories and English levels, and all come with a set of vocabulary terms and reading comprehension questions at the end of each article. Another platform I love to utilize is News in Levels. This website offers free articles based on the news, current events, and pop culture. What I love about this website is that articles can be read across different English levels. If some of your students aren't interested in reading articles, a good resource is Conversation Starters World. You can visit this website and load up free conversation topics and categories. I like the random question generator. These questions are wonderful conversation starters. The random question generator has wonderful question starters for intermediate level students and above. Now, if you have absolute beginning students or more beginner level students that are trial students, there's often going to be a chance they're going to want to speak to you for 5 minutes. I've got a great resource for you to fill up that time, and that is with the 5-minute crunch cards. 5-minute crunch cards is the perfect set of free 5-minute discussion topics to have with beginning students. This was free and available via Canva. I will link this along with the other resources in the video description section. While Cambly Kids is another complimentary platform of Cambly, I would say about 25% of all students that I ever work with on the Cambly adult platform are children. So, if you want some children's resources, one of the first resources I would look for include Dogo News. Dogo News is a website that offers free news and current events articles suitable for children to read. Depending on a student's ability, you can adjust the reading level for each article, which I think is a cool feature. The second resource that I love to give to more intermediate to advanced level children includes resources from Time for Kids. Time for Kids is another excellent media resource that contains dozens of free articles and activities for children and preteens. If you're stumped on what kind of reading comprehension questions to ask your students after reading any sort of English article or passage, don't worry, because I've got you too. The Minds in Bloom blog contains an impressive set of free resources that help students with their reading comprehension levels. This blog highlights literature response questions that can be applicable for any book or article read during a Cambly session. This concludes the end of this video. Is there any other advice you would offer? Please comment below. If you're interested in tutoring for Cambly, please click on the application link in the video description. Otherwise, if you have any questions for me about tutoring on Cambly, go ahead and shoot me an email at marathetutor@gmail.com. Well, folks, I hope all of you have an excellent day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.